Hey guys, this is Jacob from Faith for Christ Ministry. We're gonna go ahead and do a test theory real quick. I got the Anthony Edwards 2, and then I got the Ja Morant 3. We have Nike and Adidas. What I'm gonna do is basically wear one shoe with the Ja Morant 3s, and then the other one will be the Anthony Edwards 2s, and we'll see what's the difference and what's the comfort level is for both of these shoes. I really do prefer my Ja 3s than these Anthony Edwards, but the Anthony Edwards kind of got to me more, and I like them now. And we'll see where we got them. I got the 12-time Ja Morant 3s, and I got the future Anthony Edwards. I call them the Kansas colorway, even though they're not, but I just call them the Kansas colorway. And what we're gonna do is actually got the. Let me fix my shoes real quick. Got the other one. I got the right foot. I really do like my Ja Morant 3s. I like them. I know you're really not supposed to play outside with them, but I just play outside basketball all the time with them. So I love them. 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I got the Underdog Anthony Edwards Adidas, and then I got these ones over the weekend. So we're gonna see the test. I'm gonna do my best to kind of give you my lowdown on my opinions on these. I did switch the shoelaces off the Ja Morant 3s. I changed them to the Kyrie shoelace because the shoelace that Nike gives you, they're a piece of crap. So I don't know how people can play with those shoelaces, honestly. Let me put this shoe right here in my bag by chance. I can really feel the difference with actually the Ja Morant 3s are actually more heavier than the Anthony Edwards. I feel way more lighter on this foot than my right foot. Let me see here, see if we can back up the camera real quick so you guys can see the shoes. Oh, I still can't see them. Sorry guys. Do that. Sun's in the face too. We got the 12th time right here, Ja Morant. We got the Anthony Edwards 2s. See what the jumping's like. Yeah, okay, yeah, the Ja 3s. The Ja 3s are actually more heavier than the Anthony Edwards. I'm really surprised. Yeah, I feel like I have more lightweight on my shoe. See if we take off. Yeah, you can really feel. I do like changing out the shoelaces though. I feel like I see it more with it. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I feel way lighter on the Anthony Edwards than the Jaws. It's really weird. I mean, they both got good squeaking because, like I said, they're still kind of brand new. Okay, yeah. Let's take a seat. Let's take a seat real quick. Walk and talk with me. I gotta play with both of these in a game. But no, I really do feel like the Ja 3s are a little bit heavier on how my feet are to it. That dang tongue. That's one thing I don't like. Even switching out the new shoelaces with the Kyrie shoelaces, the tongue still moves. See, that's one thing about the Ja 3s. They're great, but those the tongue just moves out of your socket. So when you're trying to move or you're trying to really do, some ball handling stuff and trying to break or doing any of that, the tongue is basically kind of still moving, even switching out the shoelaces. But no, like I said, I switched out these shoelaces for my Kyrie's 6s that I had, and I changed these up because I thought that it was going to stop the shoelace of moving the tongue. But see, we see the reviews on these. That's what a lot of people are saying. The tongue moves a lot, and you're losing and you're losing it, and your tongue it's going down, or it's just moving too much. It doesn't stay straight. With the Anthony Edwards though, I'm not losing my tongue though. I feel like the back heel I have more room in the back heel. So when I'm breaking or doing a move, a basketball move, my my ankle is really not locked in. But even with this tongue moving and this moving around, my ankle and all my stuff right here on my feet are locked in more. I still get the same impression of what I do with Anthony Edwards, where when I do break or I'm trying to make a move, my toes do come and I get a size up. But no, I feel more locked in with these ones than I do with the Anthony Edwards. So that's kind of, let me get a thumbnail too. That's kind of what my down part with the Anthony Edwards are, is I'm not locked in fully like I am with the Ja Morant. Um, I will still probably take the Ja Morant over the Anthony Edwards, but as of right now, trying to get ready to play ball. I wish people came out to hoop. I would love to play in these Anthony Edwards full time besides the ones that I did last Friday. But no, I really feel like, yeah, I mean, you're moving with no tongue, but you do have the lack of basically the heel is just moving left and right. That's the one down part about the Anthony Edwards. So I wish they kind of, I mean, you still get a cushion. There's still a cushion in there, but if you want a lockdown shoe and you don't mind the tongue like I have in the past with the Ja Morants, you don't mind having the tongue basically moving left and right. I mean, that's just an easy tweak. I kind of wish that they actually made a Ja 3.5 instead of a Ja 4, because like I said, this is a wonderful shoe still, but I kind of wish that they just redone the tongue. Everything else I feel kind of comfortable with. I mean, I haven't had any problems for the past 2 months since I played in these shoes. Not these specific shoes, but the other shoes that I had, the Daybreaks. I don't have really that much issues with them besides the tongue. And then, like I said, with the Anthony Edwards, we're gonna try to see with the heel part, but you do have that cushion, and that's something that is nice too. So when you're basically backing into the shoe, you're not, you have these cushion forms, these foams right here in the bottom. Of course, you really can't see it, but there's a cushion where you are basically, even though you're loose in the back of your heels, you do rub on that. With the Ja Morants, though, you really don't. I mean, yeah, you're snugged in, but I mean, you have a little bit of a cushion back here, but it's not like the Anthony Edwards where you have that cushion and you can feel more comfortable even being loose in your ankles, because that's how I feel. I feel loose in my ankles, but I do feel the comfort of my ankles getting hit instead of having a brick or like a back where you don't have the comfort. Even with the jaws, I mean, they're comfy. But like I said, I think I'm just going to be a little bit biased on both of them because I like both of them. But I'm just going to probably be a little bit more biased on the jaws because I really do love the Ja Morants and how they've been formed and how they look. And yeah, they kind of look like a Kobe's. But in reality, I just, like I said, yeah, when you now feel and switch the shoelaces out, your tongue is still, even with a little bit of those, 2 3 pointers and a layup and another layup, I'm feeling the tongue moving. And like I said, that doesn't even bother me with the other shoelaces, because the other shoelaces that they give you basically does the same thing. And like I said, I've seen a lot of reports of, hey, the one thing that needs to be tweaked is the shoe, the tongue, because yeah, everything else is decent on them. And yeah, you're gonna play with them for a good 3 to 4 hours or whatever. You're playing 5 or 6 games, but in reality, you're just kind of, you're missing that tongue, and it's annoying where you have to tie your shoes maybe the third or the fourth game, where you can stay on a shoe where it's like, hey, I can actually keep this shoe on my feet until, hey, I can change it until maybe the fifth or sixth game. But it's okay, because that's the same thing like my LeBrons too. If you guys have been around this video and you've seen my LeBron James DT 96s, they're the same way, and those are like basically leather, so those ones are moving a lot too. I think with Nike, I think we're gonna see a lot of that, with how they move the shoelaces, because yeah, you're doing a lot and you're moving a lot and you're doing so much things with the shoe that hey, it's gonna happen. I mean, just like the Anthony Edwards, I've been playing with these now for almost 2 hours, shooting videos and doing all that, and I can feel the shoelaces getting loose, but like I said, the tongue is still secure and the tongue's not moving anything with it. But yeah, it's the space of the heel, and that's where I'm at with that. But no, I mean, if you're looking for a good decent shoe, yeah, go with the Jaw 3s. And if you're looking for like another extra shoe where you don't, your jaws are gone or you're just trying to play back and forth, then yeah, go with the Anthony Edwards. Um, I just feel like with both of them, with both of these shoes, you're not you're not going to be disappointed in both of them. I mean, they feel different, and yeah, the jaws are a little bit, to me personally, the jaws are a little heavier to me than the Anthony Edwards. So that's something that's pretty decent too. If you're looking for a light jump weight, get with the Anthony Edwards, or if you're looking for more of a a heavier style, then get the Jaw 3s. But like I said, I mean, no matter what, I mean, the Jaw 3s are going to be my number one, and then my alternate shoe will probably be the Anthony Edwards, because we have so many lined up. I even have my Antakais that I love too, and those are comfy, and I played in them twice already, and they're good. They're a good shoe too, and Anta's good, and Anta's coming up the ranks too. That's going to take out at least maybe Adidas first before they take out Nike. But in reality, I can feel both of the difference, and I think for the jaws, it's the darn tongue. If the tongue wasn't bad enough and didn't keep moving, and like I said, that's not just with that shoe, it's the other one, like the Daybreak. I also have that problem not even playing basketball. It's the same problem that I'm playing and when I'm walking around with the shoe. So that's nothing normal. That's nothing new. I mean, like I said, I'll take the John Morant's too if in a day where if I have to play in a ball shoe, that's a shoe that I'm gonna play into. And I played in that on that channel. And then, like I said, with the DT 96s, LeBrons, the LeBron 21s, basically, I've had my share with, hey, the tongue moves too. So it's not. I think it's not out of the norm for Nike to do that. I think it's just how they create it. I mean, the Kyries were never like that. I don't think the Kyries, when I had my Kyrie Irvings, I never had a problem with the tongue. Honestly, I think everything was actually perfect with the Kyrie Irvings. So it's just like, man, we missed the Kyries, and now he's with Anta, and yeah, things are perfect there in Anta because he gets the full control. But I don't know if I would play in another ball game with Antas. I mean, like I said, that would probably be my fourth or fifth shoe. Like, I like them; they're comfy. Don't get me wrong; they're nice and comfy. The foam is nice. That's the Anta Speed, though. That was the Anta Speed. I saw the reviews on the Anta Kai 3s, and right now in the gym they're not good at all, I guess, or something like that. I saw something like that. But when it comes into it, like I said, I just feel like I wanted to just try to see which one had a better feel for it. And yeah, I mean I can't really say, but if I'm gonna be honest, like I said, I'm biased on the Jaw 3s. But if I'm looking for a hoop shoe and I'm playing in a league and I'm playing and all that, I would just switch it up. I would go Jaw one game, Anthony Edwards one game, Jaw one game, because I can't really choose. I like both of them. I really do. I like both of the shoes, even though they're from different companies. I like both of them. I can't really, and I'm not endorsed. I'm not partnered with Nike. I'm not even partnered with Adidas. I just feel like both of them are actually good hoop shoes where I can actually play in them, play back and forth games with them. But I guess I just can't choose one. And like I said, I guess it's just because that's who I am, and I'm just biased on it. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I just feel more like I like both of them, and I just can't really complain on them. But I mean, like I said, that's my review. That's my opinion. Everybody has opinions. We got 80 subscribers. Thank you for that. But no, like I said, that's my opinion. That's how I feel, and you got to take it to leave it. And God bless you guys. Take care.